Hi, my name is Madison Chapman. I am an Education Outreach Liaison at Doylestown Health. And with me today is Maria Santangelo. Maria is an Executive Director at Pine Run, Doylestown Health's retirement community. Maria, can you please give me a brief description of your education, background, and what you do at Pine Run?
Sure, thanks, Madison. My background is in social work, occupational therapy, and my most advanced degree is in healthcare administration. I've been at Pine Run for 10 years, 3 of those years as the executive director.
So, Maria, can you tell me a little bit more about Pine Run?
Sure. Pine Run is a continuum care retirement community. We offer independent living, personal care, skilled nursing care, and dementia care on 2 properties in the Doylestown area. We have a 35-acre campus on Ferry Road, and then we have the 7-acre campus over in Doylestown at our Lakeview property on Upper State Road.
Thanks, Maria. So today we are going to be talking about when is the right time to move into a retirement community. I can only imagine that it's a tough decision to make for not only the older adults, but also the family members. But getting that conversation started is really important. So at what point should families start looking into retirement communities?
It's never too early to start planning for retirement living. Moving into a senior living community is a huge decision for the individual and for families. It changes your life. It's your living space, it's your social life, your access to health care, how you choose to spend your time and energy and your hobbies in your retirement living. If someone moves into senior living community in their early 70s, they may be part of that community for 20 years. So understanding exactly what they want in the course of that 20 years is critical when deciding and beginning to research retirement living.
So what are the types of retirement communities that people should be looking into?
Sure. We encourage people to take a look. As you said, there's so many types of communities out there. There are 55 and plus retirement communities. There are retirement communities where folks purchase real estate. There are standalone communities. There are type 1 and type 2 communities, which offer independent living, personal care, and memory care, as Pine Run does. Continuum care retirement communities may be a life care community that offer a variety of arrangements that include a full continuum of care from independent living to skilled care. And those options have different financial and contractual obligations and requirements. And it can make an individual dizzy just thinking about the amenities and services and the different approaches to routine and future health care. It's important for folks to, I say, do their homework or do their research just to understand what's out there as they plan this next phase of their lives.
So, what are some factors to consider when looking for a senior living community?
As an individual or a family considers what it is they are looking for, they should consider what kind of program they want. Are they looking for a religious-based community? And if so, how is that faith presented in the programming? Are they looking for a standalone program, a program that is a solo program? Or are they looking for a community that is part of a chain and has multiple properties? How long has the community been in business? What's its financial status? Is it solid? Is it like Pine Run and connected to a health system where easy access through a continuum of care with health care is accessible to them? Those are some of the things that folks need to consider.
So, those were some, business standpoints on looking at senior living communities, but now what are some personal factors that could help determine someone choosing a retirement community?
Sure. Once an individual has decided that they are looking for a community, comparing cost and amenities, service and healthcare options can only go so far. The culture of the community is critically important when an individual is looking for a program. As we said earlier, you may live for 20 years in that community. So understanding everything that that community has to offer is important. Is it low maintenance? Well, it should be. If you're moving into a retirement community, you're moving away from the burden of owning a home and taking care of everything that is involved with managing a home. Do you have easy access to health care? We never know when something's going to happen. If an individual falls, will they have access to a healthcare system that they can go to once they leave a hospital? It does wonders for an individual's social life. So understanding what you want to participate in. Do you want to participate in activities, in a fitness center, utilizing a library, or do you want to participate in bingo? Do you want to participate in shuffleboard? Those are things to consider. If an individual is actively engaged in a community, they are more likely to be happy and live longer. Thinking about the security that the program has to offer. Pine Run offers security with EMTs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And what does that mean? That means that in the event I'm out taking a walk and something happens to me, maybe I fall, there's an EMT that can come down and help me. There are security guards that walk around the property. It ensures that the property is safe for me to walk around, that no one's driving into the property and just coming through because we're a pretty property. There are standards, and security manages those. And then it's the wellness programs. If an individual is looking for a wellness program, do they want to participate in swimming or aerobic activities? Do they want to participate in a fitness center? Do they want to be out walking on a program? Pine Run is a walking community. We have 45 acres where folks can go out and walk around. Or is an individual looking for just a single standalone building where they can just look out a balcony? Those are some of the things that folks really consider.
So it seems like it's more than just going online and making a phone call. You want to go and see it in person and experience it. Can you tell me a little bit more about how Pine Run can do that for you?
Sure. There are so many services and amenities that our community has that folks can take advantage of. You don't just need to look online. What you can do is come to Pine Run. Take a look at what we have to offer. Participate in a dining program. Participate in our activities that are held on a daily basis. Try out the pool. Try out the fitness center. Those are some things that we encourage folks to participate in and really try to determine if the culture is what they want, because the culture is what drives the program.
So what are some benefits of moving into a retirement community earlier than the average age or earlier than maybe someone was expecting to move?
Sure. Folks who move in earlier, they have greater access. Independent living is simply that. They live independently. They can participate in programs. They can choose not to participate in programs. The longer someone is engaged in active programming, the longer they will live. The more stimulated an individual is, the longer they will live. Moving in at 70 versus moving in at 90 has such great benefits to an individual's social life.
So in regards to Pine Run, why should someone look into Pine Run over another community?
So I could probably talk for hours about what makes Pine Run so wonderful. Our culture, our staff, our residents. But why don't we take a look at 3 individuals and how they've benefited from Pine Run?
Hi, I'm Lou Metzger.
I'm Pat Metzger. I am Lou's sidekick and wife. We've been married for about 55 years. People do a lot of wonderful hard work here just to have programs that come along to help enliven the lives of everybody else here.
Woodshop is very important. I didn't realize before we came just how much time I'd spend down here. It just was a whole new activity for me. And I put together a strip-built kayak. It took almost a year to build.
It's amazing how much everybody that worked in here learned just building that boat. They launched it in the pond, but it had never been in the water. And we didn't know if they put the boat in, if it would just list.
That was quite an experience. I think Walt and I carried it down to the pond, and on the way down, the kitchen staff was lined up, and they were clapping as we went by. When I actually made it into the boat, I got an applause from the crowd, and it was a thrill to have everybody watching and clapping. It's been quite an adventure, and Pat and I have kayaked up in off of Cape Breton and other spots in Nova Scotia.
Well, my name's Elizabeth Lyle. My dad lived here for about 10 years. Loved it here. So when I was looking for a community to move to, I looked at many, but this was a very easy choice for me. So I'd spent so much time here with my dad and saw everything that Pine Run had to offer and how much he loved it. Competitive ballroom dancing is my passion, and I thought, no, I'm just going to do it for fun. And the next thing I know, I was competing, and that's just what I love to do. With another big hobby of mine, I love to sew. I make all of my competitive dresses myself, which I really enjoy. I think one of the important considerations as we grow older is that we don't want to become socially isolated. I knew coming to Pine Run all of the social opportunities they were and learning opportunities, the Keep on Learning lectures and our happy hours out on the deck and dinners in the dining room and the opportunity to join friends on a trip. We'll all hop on the Pine Run bus. I'd like to wish everyone at Pine Run and the Pine Run staff and associates a very happy 45th anniversary.
What an awesome video. I think it really shows that Pine Run has so much to offer, and retirement communities aren't what a lot of people think they are nowadays. So if someone is interested in moving to Pine Run, what are the next steps?
Sure, it's a simple call to our sales department. That number is 800-992-8992. You can ask for a brochure, you can ask to come to Pine Run, come and have a meal with us, come and talk to our associates, but most importantly, talk with our residents.
Well, thanks for talking with me today, Maria. What are some final thoughts that you want our viewers to take away from this?
Well, thank you, Madison. The biggest thing that I'd like folks to remember is this is the time in your life where you have worked all of your life and you are now looking to move into this new phase of your life. Do your research, find a program that's going to give you exactly what you want because you deserve it.
Well, thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you.